Hello, welcome. Today's going to be a short stream. I'm going to do a longer stream later to finish the game, but I'm just going to do some cleanup, do the couple hunts I have left to do, and get the best sword I can. Alright, let's get to it. Excellent. Hell yeah. And I can get the best sword.
I'm getting tired of these things.
So what do I owe the honour? So, will it be? Not bad, if I do say so myself. That it? Fine. Trouble with your gear, or
Hey,
see that sword of yours stays oiled?
till the DLC, there's no reason to talk to you again.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way. Clive. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. It'd better all be here.
Real quick, gotta look up the location of the thing. Vidgaris. Okay. Oh, no wonder. Yeah, it's just right over there.
Another one of your latest guard dogs. Quite a specimen of these two.
Oh shit. Ooh, he is no joke.
No match for you, eh, Torgal?
Woo! That was tough, man. Worthy of the final hunt.
Clive. Go on then. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
I still have some time to kill. Thought that would take longer. Let me see if there's... I'm missing one, man. Is it for beating the game? Is there like an after credits thing? I got 15 minutes to go. Greetings from Crimson Caravans. I trust you and your party gain the Dominion without further event. Should your travels ever bring you back to the markets and put you in need of additional assistance, you will find Crimson Caravans more than happy to oblige. We even offer a discount on our usual rates. Eloise. Firstbreaker Intelligence. Reports from our brothers and sisters afield are all the same. These accursed skies cast not only a pall over the land, but over the hearts of her people. Hearts already heavy from the fall of the Dominion and the destruction of the Storm's final mother crystal. For now, the realm endures, but with each new flood to do her few remaining children descend further into madness. The situation is as ever dire. Fresh wings shall find you on new moons turning. Until then, our watch continues. May the crystal's curse be broken. Fight the mess. Oh, Theodore. World out of Twinside is that there's little left of the capital after the Mad Prince's royal tantrum. But what of you and yours? Did you manage an escape before the city went tits up? I trust you did, but a solace might be good to set El's mind at ease. Theodore. Words from the Northreach. Clive. You have the town's thanks for helping rid us of the thralls, but we are neither of us so naive to think we have the end of their like. Good Philip has taken to seeing that we are prepared should the ghouls come once again calling. But I ought to worry the rank of captain has begun to weigh heavily upon his shoulders, just as I imagine the same might be said of you and your burdens. But remember, should the weight ever become too much, you needn't stand alone. Our hearts and arms remain ever open, as do the Vel's doors. Isabel. Dramatic persona. Personae. The Guard and League have put aside their differences for the time being, allowing us all to sip our snake's pit in relative leisure. For that I would hazard we have you better half to thank. She put on quite a performance. As for yours, well, from one aspiring Theospan to another, might I suggest working on your delivery and your projection and those stiff limbs of yours and your counterstance, and, well, everything else. We would want to do the same Underhill a disservice now, would we? Lubor. How fares the rest? The Guardians are getting along with the Axis fine enough, working to shore up the rest walls when not clearing out what few threats remain down in the reeds. Though chances are we'd still be neck deep in Astic had you not given the Horde your firm but gentle nudge. I know you've a realm to save and all, but if you're ever in need of a quick reviver, come see us and we'll tap you up a cask. Martha. The flames burn bright. You have an uncanny talent of showing up where you're most needed, my lord. Without your steel, I fear the rest would be in the hands of the Akashic and us but more of their nameless numbers. However, with the Horde now both thinned and fractured, we Guardians can focus our efforts on putting down the smaller packs without the worry of being overwhelmed, while Martha's Blood Axis can return to defending the Tor. As for young Oscar, you will forgive my sudden request for taking him under your wing. He is a good man, attentive, polite, hardworking. So, as you can see, he has already learned everything you can for me. He would do well to continue his squiring under a more worthy shield. And the realm has none more worthy than you. Wade. About the other day. All of you know I ain't never shed a tear in front of no one, not even my mother, and you won't soon catch me doing the like again. So if it please your lordship, we can both forget about the whole damn thing. The Cid I chose to follow all those years ago is gone, and there ain't no dragging him back from the depths of whatever hell he's talked his way into. But his legacy that lives on in you and everyone else here in the hideaway sure has the sky is blue. At least, I think it's still blue. As long as it is, I'll be right here where you can count on me. Otto. On our own terms. I regret that both you and your lump had to... Oh, wait. Yeah. I regret that both you and the lump had to get all tangled up in the wicked weave of my sordid past, but thanks to your meddling I was finally able to put to rest matters that were left too long to fester. And with that finally done, might be I can sit back and enjoy this new world of yours so keen on creating. One don't need a pair of eyes to see the good you've done. Sharon. Duty. My Lord Marquez, in your absence shall I watch over my new charges, affording them every protection I am able. I only ask that you do the same for His Grace. Joe. Starting over. 5. I cannot begin to thank you for all you have done for Lost Wing. So in lieu of any awkward reenactments, I shall be sending several barrels of next season's vintage. I can only hope they finally turn you off that foamy swill you and yours so covet. Quentin. Midadol. I know you like riddles, so I reckon you'll appreciate this one. Oh, I remember reading this. A healer's place. Thank you for helping me guide my mentor free from his mortal coil. Contrary to what the maddening crowd believes, we psychicers are not without our limits. I cannot hope to cure every ill, mend every wound, save every life. The only medicine that will see you home safe without fail is prevention. Not that this knowledge will ever stop any of you from chasing down some venomoth for its toenails. Tarja. And tail makes 4. Clive, there is but one crystal left needs cracking and but one man who can do it. See that you don't miss. Otto. The courage to fight. What happened to Eastbow with the Bearers and the Guardians has been a long time coming, and I'm proud that it could finally happen here in Rosaria. The duchy of old may be no more, but Archduke Elwin's dream still burns in the hearts of many. And it is through victories such as these that the fire will spread. This is only the beginning, Clive, but a fine beginning it is. Martha. And lost there will be found. It is hard to believe Theo is gone. Every morning I wake I expect him to be there in the stables, watering the birds or readying the packs, yet he is not. And it is everything I can do not to fall to my knees and weep. Still, I know I have to move on, but that doesn't mean I have to forget. My brother and I built all we have here together. So as long as I have the caravans, he will ever be with me, and I shall honor him in death by carrying on what he strove for in life. That is what I choose. Eloise. A new life. While the goings were slow, and not without the occasional run-in with some straggling orc, I saw Etta back safe to the Shadow Coast where Mid was waiting kindly with the Enterprise. On the voyage home, I like to think the poor lass opened up a little, telling us about her life and the life she wants for her baby. But I suppose it's up to us now to make certain the little one gets it. Gab. A fine hound. The two of you have been together for what probably feels like a lifetime now. But there is still a lot you have to learn about that hound of yours. Aye, he'd step in front of a bloody raging Venomoth if it meant protecting you. But that don't mean you should take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound, and sometimes he just wants someone to pat his head and rub his belly and give him a handful of poo-poo nuts. You do good to remember that, Sharon. Whole again. Clive, it occurs to me that a single word of thanks does not nearly suffice to express my gratitude for reuniting me from a distance. The tome made me who I am today, and yet I thought that I should never set eyes upon it again, that those who took it from me had forever robbed me of a part of myself. But now I am whole again, thanks to you. I regret that I can only fill in the gaps in your knowledge and not the holes in your soul, for which reason I shall ever be in your debt. Vivian. The Wages of Fate. Do you remember what you told me that night at Phoenix Gate? That while the fate of Rosaria sits on my shoulders, the fate of its dominance sits upon yours. But are we not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebears burn in both our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have protected me? You have chosen to be my shield, now let me choose to be yours. Is this not what our father wanted? What Sid wanted? to cast aside fate and forge our own paths. Grant me this, Clive. Let me be your strength. Joshua. The Trinity. Bringing together three men from differing backgrounds was not to be without some difficulty. However, come together we did, for better Valisthea. The Trinity was but a first step. A longer, more bitter journey awaits us all, one that will almost certainly end in hardship. Yet what matters most is not the destination, but what we can learn from another while on the road there. You have paved that road for us in your courage, Clive. Now we must have courage to walk it. Your loving uncle. The greatest gift. It feels like a lifetime ago. It was a lifetime ago. That afternoon on Man's Hill was our very first adventure, but somehow I knew even then that it would not be our last. I will never forget that day, and the simple fact that you have not either fills my heart with a joy so fierce I cannot describe it. Since the moment we first met, you have always been an important part of me, the half that makes me whole. When times are darkest, you are my light. When I am lost, you are my guiding star. You are just what I need. You are all that I need. You are the greatest gift. Jill. Before we depart. Infrit. You have my sincerest gratitude for reuniting me with Master Harpocrates, that I might embark upon this most important of journeys, my heart free of regret. Though in these past few moons I have come to realize that the longer I spend in the company of you and your brother, the deeper I find myself in your debt. You must swiftly cede to the menace that is Ultima, if not to save the world, to save me from an eternity of recompense. Dion. A safe return. Thank you, Clive, for ever indulging the whims of this doddering old soul. I am ashamed that for too many years I allowed stubbornness and fear to keep me from something so simple as letting a friend know how proud I was of him. Your intervention has lifted a heavy pall from my heart. Perhaps upon your triumphant return from the skies you might be inclined to set a page that I gifted you. There are many of us who would hear a first-hand account of your time with the Holy Prince, myself included. Harpocrates II. A hideaway is welcome. Etta seems fond of the silver bow we gave her. So much so she's been talking to setting it atop her belly as she rests, taking to hear her tell it. The rascal kicks something fierce when she does too. Sounds like we've another fighter on our hands, and none too soon. I can hardly wait to teach our newest little curse-breaker everything I know. Though I suppose we can all celebrate first. No need to get ahead of ourselves now. God. That which conquers all. Here, not long removed from when last you placed yourself between us and peril, I sit and pen yet another letter in which I try to find the words to somehow express the gratitude of an entire town. Still, something feels different about our latest triumph. Where in the past we leaned ever so heavily upon your good graces, this time we found strength elsewhere, in ourselves. Our hardship has shown us that which should have been apparent all along. We are not so different as we want to believe. Does a peasant love his homeland any less than a noble? Does a bearer love his family any less than another man does his own? It is this love that has united us and given us true strength. Should every thrall, Akashic bandit, and brigand in the realm come charging our gates, we will not fret. We will not falter. We will fight, and we will win. Isabel. A new day. I am not so foolish to believe that a single shamming at the hands of the town urchins can dispel a lifetime of hatred built up in one's heart. Just as a pot cannot be made clean by reminding it of its grime, it takes effort, persistence, and more often than not, a stiff brush of bucket of lyle. But more than that, it takes time. Fortunately, your courage and leadership has granted us just that. We must now decide whether to embrace or to waste it. A wise man once said the night is always darkest before the dawn. It is a good thing then I count on who burns so bright amongst my friends. Lubor. A note of thanks. My Lord Marquez, I write to thank you for the kind consideration you have shown for those whose names are written within the pages of the Book of Mattress. I know that I would move them deeply to know that the first shield of the Phoenix laments their passing, though each and every member of our order stands ready to ready to sacrifice their lives in service of the Phoenix. I do not doubt that those who are taken before their time go with regret for the long years of duty left undone, that they should live on in the memory of a proud son of House Rosefield such as yourself shall surely go some way to soothing its sorrows. May the Phoenix's flame burn ever in your heart, Cyril, bearer of the burning quill. Telmun Maid. Thanks again for helping get the dungeon in order. Had you not rode gallantly to our rescue, I reckon poor Owain and them lot would still be stuck silling Blightwater over a bonner. There's always room for improvement, though, so don't get your knickers in a knot should I come knocking at your chamber door looking for more spheres and ash and whatnot. Mid. Okay. Been meaning to read those for a while.
You're not from the forest. Well, which forest? Then what were you going to tell me? And if you had?
Yep. All done. Alright, last thing I need to do is...
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
read all of these, but I do not have time, so...
Best of luck out there,
I'll
Sid.
read these and then I'll do... Origin. Next stream. Save. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tonight. Have a good afternoon.